Yeah. Oh, welcome to the Basement Show podcast short. Yeah, baby T, here we go. Yeah. All right, jumping right in. Too excited.
It's a little bit of a thing.
Whistling indoors
I
invites
can't whistle.
evil. It does. Whistling while you work may be an issue in Lithuania, where it's forbidden to whistle indoors because the noise is believed to summon demons.
That's right. That's right, Tara. Let's play a little game.
Or maybe you're just enjoying your favorite song whilst making breakfast. Or maybe you're even whistling to call the dog. Surely, that's okay, right? Well, in some areas like Ukraine, Estonia, and Latvia, it's considered extremely bad luck. But this superstition is found in many locations in many forms. Many say that financial ruin, bad fortune will come soon to your house as you are whistling your money away.
I've been whistling for years.
That's right. It's not a dime to be found. Some superstitions even say that your house will be consumed by fire or explode. Yikes! So is whistling in your house a really bad idea or not? It's actually pretty easy to understand why the superstition of it being bad luck to whistle in the house came about. Imagine you're a grandmother cleaning your house and watching the grandchildren. And they simply won't stop whistling.
Bastards!
Yeah, whistling in a small space is incredibly irritating.
It is.
The sound just keeps bouncing off the walls, echoing louder and louder. And it goes on and on and on and on until finally you snap. Your whistling is driving me crazy, and I'm going to burn this whole house down unless you stop that whistling. Okay, that may or may not be an exaggeration, a little bit. But it's a pretty relatable explanation. However, the superstition generally connects whistling inside with financial ruin, and this could make sense. One who is carefree and obvious, going about their life whistling, doesn't probably care too much about serious issues like, I don't know, saving money and fiscal responsibility, whatever that is.
Stop whistling and pay your bills!
Pay your damn bills, you Whistleheimer. So if you stop the whistling, you stop the careless spending, right? We'll see. But the superstition of whistling being bad luck isn't only indoors. In fact, in many cultures across the world, it is bad luck to whistle at all. Sailors especially thought it to be extremely bad luck to whistle on a ship, otherwise a shipwreck would be imminent. Miners refused to go into the mine if they heard whistling because it was thought to be an omen of disaster that would come to them all. From a realistic perspective, this could make sense. A whistling sound could be a sign that something is broken. Maybe a valve is failing or there's a gas leak. That might explain the explosion. Or even the wind is coming in from outside and the structure is no longer secure. If you're whistling, you might miss this vital, audible clue. However, it's generally thought that whistling attracts unsavory spirits, and whatever you do, don't whistle at night.
Uh-oh.
If you want to double your bad luck, well, who wouldn't? While inside
I'm
at
doubling
night,
down on this bad luck right now.
That's right. It's thought to be bad luck to whistle at night, regardless if you're inside or out. In many cultures across the world, ranging from Turkey to Korea, it is thought that whistling at night attracts evil spirits and wandering ghosts. It's bad luck, especially if you whistle on the street at night. You'll be attracting all sorts of spirits. From a logical standpoint, whistling brings unnecessary attention to you at night. You never know who is loitering around in the darkness nearby, whether physically in this reality or on the other side.
I wasn't going to mug him, but I heard him whistling.
But I heard you whistling, so you're mine. For instance, your whistling might wake up a bear, and it's pretty bad luck to be chased by a bear.
Actually, we've had bear sightings in Massachusetts.
Yeah, that's right. If you're whistling with a roll of Twinkies as a necklace, I guess. All right.
Marshmallows!
That's right. Well, the same can go in your home. If it's night and you're whistling in your house, the last thing you want is to attract wild animals to hang outside of your door, especially if you make the mistake of sweeping at night and open the door. That's definitely triple bad luck. We call that thrice BL. thrice bad luck. But still, it's thought that spirits communicate with each other through sounds, much like whistling. In fact, some yoga practitioners believe whistling can call about supernatural beings and even weather changes, which also explains why the sailors don't like whistling. It brings storms. So, if you don't want to communicate with spirits or accidentally summon a thunderstorm, you might want to hum a melody instead of whistling, especially at night. Okay, so we know that whistling is possibly a way of communicating with ghosts and spirits, but is it ever good luck to whistle inside? Actually, some people believe that it is. In some cultures, there is a belief that blowing whistles specifically gets rid of ghosts and negative energy hanging around, especially in dark corners of rooms. Also rapists. Maybe your terrible whistling makes them leave the area, even in the afterlife. So it's safe to say that if one is a skilled whistler, yeah, they could possibly bring good luck into a home by getting the bad energy juju out to leave. After all, if a
I'm gonna whistle this bad vibe away.
That's right. If this bad spirit has the power to bring you into a financial ruin, according to the original superstition, then it follows logic that the right spirit could possibly bring you financial fortune, riches, and treasure whores. So we've covered all the possible things that can go wrong when you whistle indoors. It's irritating to the living, the dead, and the otherworldly. You'll end up poor and destitute. You might sink a ship if you whistle inside of one, or your house might even burst into flames. Well, at the very least, your family might tell you to stop that incessant whistling. Either way, it's all pretty serious bad luck. On the other hand, some cultures believe you can get rid of bad energy and negative entities by whistling. Ultimately, this one comes down to your own personal beliefs and culture. Would you personally risk whistling indoors? Probably not, especially if other living beings are around me. But if you're home alone and don't care about the possibility of repercussions, it's ultimately up to you. Ring the bell, and whistle a tune to be notified when we upload new mediocre content, and let good fortune shine upon the like button. Also, if you're feeling generous, share and subscribe, and we'll be back next week with what, T?
A full episode.
That's right. No
Maybe we'll whistle.
Maybe we will while we work. No, that won't help the ratings or the subscriptions or the viewership. We love you, though. Yes.